Hello, this is Iron Bill back again with another video, and today I'm going to be doing the Concealed Void Lost Sector Legend level. I'll let you look at the loadout here that I've got going on. It obviously is Scout, Limonarch, Cataclysm, um, anywhere. Tears of Contrition is that Scout, by the way, and I have a decent roll. I did craft it. It is an outstanding scout rifle from last season. If you didn't get one, I would recommend you get one. You can see all my stats and everything here, but I wanted to point out the gold in the shader here, and that has to do with this month is pediatric cancer awareness, and a lot of Destiny players are putting in gold shaders on their characters in support of pediatric cancer. So I just want to give a shout out to that, and also on a personal note, and I'm going to go ahead and let this play. Uh, while I'm discussing this, on a personal note, um, my family has a cancer foundation called batcolefoundation.org, and it's been in place since 2015, 2016. It's in honor of my nephew who passed away. Cancer took him just short of his 12th birthday. And the family put together the foundation to help support research into pediatric cancer. So if you feel moved to contribute to that, that would be great. That all the proceeds go to cancer research. The family gets none of that. So, and I'm hesitant to hawk that on the channel here because this channel is about playing games, and more than that, I would never want it to seem like I am trying to monetize because I don't. I don't monetize on this content. That's not what I'm about. It's always going to be something where I just do it because I want to do it. And when I stop wanting to do it, I'll stop doing it. But in this case, this is something that is, of course, near and dear to all the members of our family, and it's something we feel is important. So if you feel so moved, contribute. If not, that's fine too. I'll put a link in the description below when I'm done here. So anyway, the setup on this was there are barrier champions and overload champions. So the scout rifles, the anti-barrier, the bow is the overload, but the shields you have to be concerned about on this one are Void and Solar. Now, the Cataclysm is a very good, hard-hitting heavy, and that is Solar, and Le Monarch, of course, is Void. Now, you see, I just blast him. I just go ahead and take him down because I'm pretty confident. I know this lost sector pretty well. I'm pretty confident I will have time to collect more heavy ammo, and I don't want to push this. Now, you also don't want to rush right into these Vandals because they drop mines, spider mines, that can hurt you, which I'm going to go ahead and peck off here in just a second. There's one, and since I killed two, I know there's another one before I jump up there. In some cases, especially if you go higher level, those things will pretty much snap you. Especially like if it was an arc burn, although this time I think it's more solar burn. So yeah, in some instances it would hit me harder. Now usually if you play this when it's a legendary, there'll be a shielded solar captain there, and they've changed up a little bit this season. I don't know why. And there's that spider mine I was talking about. And I'd never quite hugged that wall the way I did here, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to knock off as many of these shanks as I can sitting right here. And that turned out to be a pretty smart thing to do, to be honest. Also, I want to note, okay, this is a barrier servitor, so I'm going to go ahead and just knock him down enough to where he shields up, and then finish him with the Cataclysm. And that's that. And it couldn't be easier than that. Again, going back to this scout rifle, and really all my scout rifles, since I play on PC, stability is not an issue, and I like to put the full auto treatment on about everything. I probably would do better in some cases, especially PvP, if I were to put on target acquisition and manually pull that trigger, but I don't know. I kind of like the way that this plays, and I'm not having any trouble getting any crits, so where I can get the clear shot. At least not any trouble because of the setup anyway. You know, sometimes I just don't aim in the right place, and it has to do with the way I see things, I guess. I'm older, and I can't zone in on the head the way younger people can. Meaning that I don't. Sometimes I just shoot in a general direction. All right, so there we go. Blast the shield off. Take the rest of it down with the Tears of Contrition. Easy peasy. Now so far this is just gliding right along. Now I'm going to be able to see that first Vandal from here. Quick kill on him. Well, by the way, this Tears of Contrition has explosive payload, and it really does do a lot to stagger enemies. I'd forgotten about that overload, and for some reason, the overload just wasn't working. I don't know what it was, whether I just wasn't hitting in the right place, but you'll see down the road here. I'll get into that again. Okay, I'm looking for the mine. I know I probably am not going to be able to see it, but I know that there are some Vandals up here, so I'm just going to hop up here and probably just drop a grenade. Be the smart thing to do. Let it do its work, which it did. And the real danger here is that these guys come at you all at once. So by popping a grenade or a smoke there, I really am not going to have any trouble. Now, this is where I got into a little trouble with an overload captain. Her champion, I guess I should call it. And there he is. I stunned him, but the Cataclysm really isn't doing a lot of damage here. Now, I should have been able to finish him in just a couple of shots of Cataclysm. And notice, I can't really get him to stun again. And I decide I'm going to have to jump up there. And the minute I do, of course, the explosive shanks are going to pop out. But time will run out. He can wait longer than I can, so I've got to pop back here. I didn't switch back to my scout, so I wasted a heavy ammo shot before I realized what I'd done. But it'll all work out. Alright, so now that's cleared everything off, so I'm going to have to go up there and just stun him. Now I have my super, and I think, well, if all else fails, I'll pop the super on him. But I'm going to have to push up. And I just can't get him to stun. And that's a crit. I mean, see, I'm critting the guy, and I think I'm going to die here if I don't do something quick. So I decide, hey, here we go. We'll just do it that way, and that'll lock him down long enough that I can kill him with the Cataclysm. He just about got away. I thought if he does, I'm just going to throw my controller. Well, actually, I don't have a controller. I have a keypad, but that's another. You know what I meant. All right, so this room, the only thing you have to be concerned about, you kill the first 4 ads, then the boss is going to spawn, and then occasionally servitors will come out the right door, and you have to kill them. And you need Void to take care of that. So that's where I really leaned into the Luminarch. All right, so we've got them taken care of. I have 2 cataclysmic shots left. I wanted to see what that would do. And you can see that I'm really not taking a ton of damage here. So I drop a heavy brick over there. I saw it fall. So I need to kill the servitor and get that brick. So there's the servitor. There's the brick. I now have 7 shots. That guy's rushing me. I'm going to have to just take care of him, unfortunately. The bow isn't doing a ton to the boss, or at least not the way I'm hitting him. And he's flashing around to the point I think I better get out of there. He's just about got me knocked off. And this is where doing it void and being able to go invisible is not bad at all. Alright, so when I start finally putting some hits on him in a minute, it's going to really chunk it off. Now, if I'd gone Galahorn or something like that, I probably could have just blasted right through him. But I like the precision of the linear fusion. Because like on some of those earlier enemies where I used it, it worked out better than a rocket would have. I think. All right, so we'll just put a little damage on him and back him up and decide to wait and see if anything comes within sight. I can see the spear right there, so I'm going to take him out. I just can't quite get on that shank, and I'm wasting time, so I just jump down. The main thing about this one is you will not die if you take your time, and yeah. And after a couple runs, you kind of get the rhythm of it. You speed right up. By taking that much time, of course, I allow it. Now, see, I'm hitting the wall there. I'm thinking, why can't I get this guy? And I just keep hitting the wall. I'm going to have to go in there and after it. So here we go. There's a clear shot. That busted him. The enemies are going to kind of rush me here a little bit. That's all right. I'm doing well. Bust the shield. Now, I stayed in the pocket there a little too long. Again, if it had been arc burn, he would have killed me with the first shot. But that's where you have to know your burn. All right, so bang. There's a good shot. I'm out of heavy. But I know there's a heavy brick over there. If I can just get to it, it's laying right there on the ground. You can see it right there. So here we go. I'm going to go invisible. I'm going to go snap that up. Get out of the spider mine. I am now ready to kill this boss. And there are no more champions to worry about. So we'll just kill him and then take care of these guys. And I think I've got my super. What am I wasting my time here with? Just knock these guys off. Nothing to it. And as you see, this really is an easy peasy lost sector. If you've you know, a lot of times these things might seem hard if you don't land on the right loadout. And I'll confess, you know, as many times as I've done them, every now and then I'll just, for whatever reason, just not put together what I should to get through something as effectively as I could. And again, I'm a little rusty on this one. I haven't done it in a while. So I just took my time through it. And there have been some minor changes to it. But that having been said, it really was no problem. I got through with 7 lives in the end. 7 revives, and just under 10 minutes taking my time. So didn't get an exotic that time, but I don't really need them. I just did it to put something out today, and so I've done that. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching and for sharing your time with me today. And with that, this is Iron Bill signing out.